What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick, if you didn't mind hitting a like on this video, possibly subscribe to the channel, that would be stupendous and stuff. Kart 63, as always, is brought to you by Track Tack Tire Treatments, treatments for tires and tracks, and also Burris Racing USA. USA made fine tires for your gripping of the tracks and stuff like that. So if you have any questions about either one of these companies, please feel free to reach out. I will do my best to get you pointed in the right direction. Okay, so I have this dynamic. It's super cold out here still. It's getting a little better in New York. Still snow on the ground. Temperature's a little up. I'm going to make it the entire winter of making videos, but I come out and wipe off the whiteboard, and I think my dry erase marker has seen better days. This says gear choice. You'll have already known that, or whatever I come up with for the thumbnail coming into this video. But we're going to talk. I think there is something, especially for new racers on this topic. It came up on a Thursday night on our Dirt Kart Racer Live about a preference. Gearing wise, would you rather gear your kart for getting up off the corner or gearing your kart for the end of the straightaway? Let's talk about it. Okay, what are you talking about, Ben? So you're going to be running in a range of RPM that your engine is suitable for. So you're obviously not going to add so many teeth that you're going to start floating valves and blow the thing up. That's not what I'm talking about. You have an upper range, and I don't know with the current AKRA, NKA, the cam, and the billet rod and everything, what, max RPM is going to be for that engine. I haven't gotten mine back yet. I just dropped it off last weekend. But my engine builder is going to tell me, hey, don't go any more than this RPM. Cool. Can do. We'll listen to that. But if you exceed that, bad stuff can happen. So we'll say 7,300 RPM. Just throwing a number out there. I don't know that that's right. Maybe it's low, maybe it's high, whatever it is. But that is peak RPM that you're going to be running. If you put the gear to your engine, that is going to effectively give you the best bottom end possible. It is going to give you the most teeth on the rear axle. It is going to make your kart jump off the corner. I think that is what I would consider called a passing gear. Now, you think that's awesome. If you get a nose under somebody, say they have, a tooth or less on their rear gear, that's going to give you that shot, up and off the corner. That would be fantastic. It isn't always. So if that kart on your outside is running less teeth, what is going to happen is even if you get to the inside of them down the straightaway, that is going to give a lunge to that engine package. Maybe you're peaking out is 7,300 RPM. Maybe they're peaking out at 70 or $7,000. And so what in turn that is even though you have the line on them at the end, is going to have a tendency to lunge into the corner, get into the corner a lot better with a little more speed. Now, the perfect scenario would be that you would have so much momentum, no matter what gearing you have, that you get clearly beside them. You do not give them an opportunity to get a run back on you, get a run at the end of the straightaway, or cross you over and get a run up off the corner. And that's where the lower gear on the rear axle is going to have its benefits, that you're going to get that steam into the corner. But it also has its detriment that you have to almost time it perfectly when you have your engine geared for that. So what happens is, say you do get a line, you're now the inside kart to the outside kart. You have that lower tooth gearing. So say you're, we'll just pick, they're running a 57 rear gear on here, and you're running a 55. I know that doesn't compute. It doesn't make sense. It's only for description. Anyway, you have the less gears, the less teeth on your rear axle. You do get the line. You get up beside them. They're going to start to peter off. They're going to start to hit their RPM max at the end of straightaway. Their engine is going to have a tendency to fade off power-wise to whereas you're still in. Now, you think this is awesome, this is fantastic. The problem is when you're entering the corner low, when you're getting that run at a low or at the end of the straightaway, getting in the corner, that's going to pinch off your corner, even though they're set outside. You get that run in the corner, they're going to be able to look at that crossover, and with that amount of teeth, with the extra couple of teeth, we'll say, if they cross you over, they're going to be able to get the jump to the inside again and maybe get you clear if you do not have positioning coming out of the corner. So that's, there's going to be people, my old kart owner, Walt, it was always one for, just adding more teeth to the kart. And it, I would fight him on it, not too hard. I never wanted to, even my two strokes, I didn't want to turn them too many RPM. I thought that the lower gearing really, I developed in the two-stroke, and maybe it's a two-stroke thing, that I like that, like half of the straightaway into the corner. I love that lunge, that if you did get that line, you were able to do that. But it's a timing thing. Like I said, if you enter the corner too low with that sustained RPM getting into the corner, you're creating greater momentum, but also your exit of the corner suffers. So it's really, it was brought to my attention. What would I prefer? I don't know. I think because the two-stroke days, I have always geared it for the long end of the straightaway. I have a different perception with the four-stroke. It's the same problem, though. If you're looking for that passing gear, you better have the pass accomplished, or at least position on the kart outside of you getting into the next corner, because it's always a threat of a crossover. When you're entering the corner that low, it is really going to, you're not able to hold your arc. You're not able to take your nice sweep into the corner to maintain momentum into the next corner. You're pinched off, so you might be all right. I'd say, if you can maintain position with the higher teeth gear on the rear, you're going to have a better chance of getting a good run off the next corner. Therefore, keeping your position, it doesn't always work out. If somebody has that momentum with lower teeth, with the lower gear on the outside, if they cross it over perfectly, if they're able to get under you, they're going to have the momentum. They're going to sustain their RPM. They're going to be able to carry more speed in the next corner. So just something I wanted to, bring up. I thought the topic was worth making a video on, because there are going to be your hard-headed people, just add teeth to it, keep on pounding the teeth to it till you start floating valves or whatever, and you run out of momentum at the end of the straightaway. I totally get it. There is, in a scenario, like a perfect blend, like you're not turning too many RPM, you're turning just enough RPM that you still have some of that passing gear potential off the corner, but still a ton of speed coming in the next corner. But that's, it's really going to be up to basically the torque of your engine, where it performs the best, how well your kart is set up, and for what part of the track. Is it a little better? Do you have, max bite with your tires, your whole setup getting off the corner, or can you maintain that momentum with, a few less teeth, a tooth or two, less on their rear gear? Are you able to keep that momentum up? Again, the problem is if you can't keep that momentum up, if you're running, 1 to 2 to 3 teeth less than your competitor on the rear, that if they by chance, if you do not time that crossover correct, if you do not time where they're coming off the corner correctly, and you have to jump on the binders and bog your engine down, it's going to take you another lap or so in order to build that momentum back up, in order to time that run again. And you better get it right, because that's, we all know, and at least now I know, running the clone class this past year, timing of momentum is huge in clone racing. If you do not get a run, if you stifle your run on somebody, if you give up that position, there are hungry people right behind you. There are hungry adversaries just waiting for you to screw that up, and then you're getting freight trained. You're stuck to the outside. You can't get back down, and you lose all that momentum. So it's really, for new karters, think, oh, gearing's gearing. Just put this rear gear on it at this track, and you'll be fine. Is it? It really, tires, track condition, how the track's coming in. Is it sticky? These all factors. These are all huge factors in your gear choice. I just thought I'd bring it up. I thought it was a pretty cool topic. Are you going to gear your kart, your engine package, for jumping up off the corner, or are you going to gear it for the long run? Are you going to gear it for carrying more momentum into the next corner? Therefore, just all together, maybe a faster lap time. You know, I would suggest that. Gearing towards the end of the straightaway may get you a faster lap time. Is that momentum, you know, are you able to keep that momentum the entire time? You know, it's something to consider for your Sunday. But I did, on a side note, I moved the mic up here again. We'll see how this turns out. I had a couple people complain they couldn't hear me. The problem is, if I move that mic, I had it down here initially. I have two mics. I have two mics. This is the other one. I didn't run it this time. I had one mic up here, and I had one mic mid here, and I think it's splitting the difference here. I'm still working. It's a work in progress, but I moved it. Last week, I had the mic down here, and then when I was testing inside, I put it up here, and it seemed to be peaking the mic. When I put it up on a hat, it seemed to be okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I'm already a loud individual. The problem is when I hit my, you know, what is it? It really peaks out the mic. My normal conversation, you know, maybe a tick softer, but if you ever meet me in person, you know I'm a fairly robust individual when it comes to speaking. You can hear me well. My wife hates it. She absolutely hates it. So, all right. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by. Remember, Kart 63 is brought to you by Track Tag Tire Treatments, as you can see all around. I got to get Burris stickers eventually here. Some Burris something or other on here, just to represent them throughout the whole video and give them their due diligence. But yes, Track Tag Tire Treatments and Burris Racing Tires are on board Kart 63, and we might as well throw in Beard Octane. Hopefully they're on board again for one more year. I can't thank all the support from you guys, from the sponsors, everybody, to keep this channel going. And hope to see you out at the track sometime. Hopefully soon. I'm sick of snow. Okay, later, guys.